Hello, it's Judith Hanson here from Therapies for the Mind with this week's tip to help with anxiety. And this one also can help with depression, which often goes with anxiety. And this week's tip is exercise. Current NHS guidelines are, I believe, 150 minutes of moderately intense exercise in a week or 75 minutes of very intense exercise. And if you look on the NHS website, it gives you examples of both. For me personally, and for a lot of my clients, getting outside is as beneficial as the exercise. So going somewhere into nature if you can, fields, trees, water, whatever makes you feel good or better. Even if you have to drive a little way to get to the environment that's right for you, it's worth doing. The exercise can be done spread over the week, so it's great if you can get out and do something every day. But you could do it all in 1, 2 or 3 days if you can't manage every day, which many of us find difficult. So that's my preference, and as I say, a preference for many of my clients. Getting outside in the fresh air, even if it's not the best of weather, can lift your spirits and calm you. However, I know that for some people, different types of exercise are more beneficial. So for some people, going to the gym is really important, and how they deal with their anxiety. And I've certainly talked to people who have struggled during the period when the gym was not available with getting the same relief from exercise that they normally get at the gym. And of course, there's lots of things you can do. Joining a class, dancing, if because also you've then got the music to lift your spirits as well, and occupy your mind, which is one of the things that we need when we're anxious, because we're often overthinking. So having an auditory input as well as the visual ones. I mean, for me, just listening to the sounds of nature, birds singing, water trickling, whatever, is good. But for other people, and I can well understand with the dancing, the rhythm of it, and as well as the music can be beneficial. But choose what's right for you. And if you're not sure what's right for you, try out several things and keep a record, keep a diary. I did this and this was my mood, so you could rate your mood on 0 to 10, where 0 is, about as bad as it can get, and 10 is amazing. And just sort of, okay, I went for a walk and it was a 4. I went to a dance class and it was 6. I went for a long cycle ride and it was 9, whatever, So you can see how the exercise works for you, both in terms of your enjoyment of it and the mood improvement that you get. I hope that makes sense. And the weather's turned cold and it's very tempting, and I am more tempted than most to curl up inside with a good book and turn the heating on or light a fire. But I know, even though it's not my first choice, that getting outside, even if it's for 5 or 10 minutes, just walking around the block, if that's all you feel you can manage in terms of time or activity. It is possible to fool your brain into doing things like this. When I was going to swim on a regular basis, and I'd think of all sorts of reasons why I wouldn't go on a particular day, I would say to myself, okay, well, I'll just go and I'll, you know, I'll get in the water and I'll swim for 10 minutes and then I'll get out again if I'm not enjoying it. And of course, I never did. I used to go and swim for 40 minutes because once you're there and you're doing it, it actually is fine and you've realised how much benefit you get from it. So tell yourself, I'm just going to go for a 5-minute walk. I'll just walk to the end of the road. And then when you get to the end of the road, chances are you'll be enjoying it sufficiently to say, well, why don't I go over there or go into the field and walk around the fields for a bit longer. Just keep going as long as you can. And if you're suffering from anxiety, please don't add it to the reasons to beat myself up list. If you plan to do exercise and you don't do it, then be kind and compassionate to yourself. But, you know, remind yourself to do it as soon as you possibly can or feel like doing it. But please, if it doesn't happen, don't beat yourself up, because that's going to make you worse, because it's a double hit, isn't it? You haven't had the benefits of the exercise and now you're getting cross with yourself, or being very negative in your head with your self-talk about, oh, for goodness sake, you can't even take yourself out for a walk with 10 minutes. What on earth's the matter with you? Or however you do it in your head. And that, of course, drives you down even further. So it's a fine balance with all of this. Be kind to yourself, but think about ways to motivate yourself to do a bit more exercise. And remember, pick something that you find enjoyable. Or if your anxiety is really bad and nothing much is enjoyable, least uncomfortable, because hopefully as you begin to improve, it will become more enjoyable. Okay then, that's my tip for today, for this week. Somebody did tell me the weather's getting better next week, so it's a good week to actually try it out. But yeah, just pop out tomorrow and do what you can, wherever you can, or book something for next week. Just make a start and see how you get on. Okay then. So until I see you again, as always, take care, stay safe and stay well, and go for a walk or whatever. Bye.